Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day. Wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this, I hope you are good. So guys, today we're going to be getting into a collective reading all about this super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces that we're going to have on September 17th. So this is going to bring a lot of big energies. We already know. We know a full moon. We know a lunar eclipse. We know anything going on in Pisces is going to be challenging us to really tap into our intuition, tap into our emotions, do a lot of emotional release. We know full moons are all about releases and things being revealed to us. And we have a partial lunar eclipse as well, guys. So this is going to be a major moment to really step into a lot of spiritual transformation. If you've been working on a lot of shadow work, if you've been going through a spiritual awakening, if you've been seeing stuff or hearing stuff or having really crazy dreams. And if you haven't, you could definitely be experiencing that in this upcoming week. So there's definitely a lot of things going on. There's a couple of different things in retrograde right now. So there's so many energies that are going to be affecting us next week. And of course, this is our full moon. This is our partial lunar eclipse. We have this Pisces energy. So we know it's going to be very beautiful and just really give us a chance to do some things that we finally need to do. And you guys know we've been talking here about finally recognizing what you need to let go of, finally standing up to things that have been holding you back. So we're definitely going to have a really big opportunity to do that and then some as we're stepping into some things moving forward in this full moon lunar eclipse. So let's go ahead and get to it, guys. We have some cards that we're going to be getting into, and as always, this entire week I'm going to be doing private super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces readings for $35. So if you're interested, check down below at the top of the description box to see how you can get a reading. We're going to be talking about what's happening in your current spiritual transformation and how can you be prepared to release and reflect whatever is going to come up for you. And the readings have been really amazing thus far, so make sure you tap in. If you want to get one, I'm going to be sending those out the entire week of the 17th. And also, guys, make sure you leave your email or your Instagram username in the payment details. Get into it. Let's go ahead and get into all of the things that we could expect for this super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces again on September 17th. I hope you guys are excited because I'm very excited, and I think a lot of things have already been coming to the surface literally all month. You know, I feel like this summer was a really enlightening one. Even stepping into the fall, we're definitely being made aware of some really big things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. As always, you guys can check the description box to also follow Fade Council, check into the podcast, get into everything that we're doing, see all the links, book a session with me, get into it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the cards that we're going to be using since y'all be asking. So we're going to be using the Starseed Oracle, the Goddess Dream Oracle. You guys know, if you know, you know, we're always using angel answers. We're also going to be using our Moonology deck. And of course, we have to use our Tealeaf, and I pulled like 8 of these. So we have a lot of things that are going to be coming to us through the Tealeaf. So let's get into it. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a lot about spiritual transformation, a lot about deep emotional release, a lot about, you know, finally facing things and letting go of things that you've been running from. And that's been the theme of this whole year. Okay, so really make this a point to do some really great, powerful, intentional releasing as we're stepping into this week. So let's go ahead and get into our angel answers. So we have let go, of course, let go. We have look for a sign, look for a sign. We have there's something better, beautiful. And we also have improving health, beautiful. So I think this is going to be a very beautiful, uplifting reading. I don't know if this is going to be a drag. This is going to be a very beautiful, motivating message from these 3 cards. Well, 4 cards, definitely. Let go and look for a sign. There's something better, improving health. Let's just get into this. Let go. It's okay to let go. It's okay to release. It's okay to loosen your grip on whatever you've been holding on to so tightly. Some of us, you know, we hold on to the point where we become afraid of letting go. We hold on to the point where this becomes our new normal. We feel like we can't live without it. We feel like we can't function without it. We feel like we don't even know who we are without this thing that we've just sunk our nails and our teeth into. So let go, look for a sign. I think that we've been getting signs that it's time to let go. We've been getting signs that it's going to be okay when we let go. We know why we need to let go. We know what we're going to get when we need to let go. We know what's going to keep happening if we don't let go. So continue to look for signs. The signs have been very clear. They've been very bold all year. You know, it's been very clear to us what we need to do and what's been holding us back. So look for a sign. You know, if you've been wondering, well, if I let go, you know, am I going to find something else? Look for a sign. We already have there's something better, so you know that there's something better. I don't have to tell you that. You know that. But look for a sign. Should I let this person go, or are they going to change? Look for a sign. Maybe I can give them one more chance. Look for a sign. Am I ready to be alone? Am I ready to say what I need to say? Am I ready to step up to the plate? Look for a sign. The signs are signing, the messages are messaging. So don't think that anything is happening by chance. Everything is showing you something. And if you're being called to let go or just feel new or just cut off dead weight, no matter how that may be showing up for you in your life, step into it and give yourself that gift of freedom. You know, it's so freeing to let go of things that you thought you couldn't live without, cut off people that you thought you wouldn't be able to move forward, from, just releasing yourself from things that you felt would always hold you down. Like, it is so freeing. And I feel like you guys are deserving of that. I feel like all of your energies are telling you that now is a time for you to get the release that you've been waiting on. It's a time for you to step into it. And you've been able to see more than ever how it's been affecting you. This has been a year of looking within and a year of recognizing what we need to change, but also why we need to change these things in terms of how it's making us feel. It's a serious moment where we could recognize, okay, if I'm feeling like this and thinking this and, experiencing this and letting this happen to me, I'm going to feel this way about myself. I'm going to feel this way about my dreams. I'm going to feel this way about my goals. How will I be able to move forward? How will I be able to trust myself? How will I be able to continue to have faith if I'm letting this happen, or if I'm letting this happen, or if I'm letting this affect how I think and how I process, what I'm experiencing? So look for a sign. Continue to look for those signs and take every chance that you can to just get connected with yourself on a deeper level. Also, there's something better. There's something better. Let this be an affirmation for you when you're feeling that resistance and that anxiety of, if I let this go, then what? If I quit the job, then what? If I stop talking to this person, then what? If I say I'm not doing this anymore, then what? If I decide I want to do this and I fail, then what? There's something better. There is always something better for us. Even if we feel like we have the best of the best, it can always get better. Relationships can always improve. Money can always improve. Your life can always improve. How you feel can always improve. How you think can always improve. There's always a chance for something in your life to get better. And I feel like we're being guided into a place where everything is going to be getting better for us. We're going to be able to see that and know that and trust that in all spaces in our life. Also, we have improving health as well. Improving health. So I think that some of us, I've talked on here often about how stress and trauma in our body will absolutely manifest into physical symptoms. So if you've been dealing with anxiety, of course, depression, insomnia, digestive issues, stomach issues, if you haven't been having an appetite, if you haven't been able to sleep, if you've been just feeling very foggy, if you've been dealing with, not being able to focus, if you've been dealing with a lot of headaches or a lot of migraines, if you feel like you have a lot of pressure, in your head, if you've been dealing with tightness in your throat, tightness in your chest, tightness in your stomach, back pain, all of these things can be symptoms of heightened stress in the body. So it is really important to make sure that we're recognizing, wow, I feel better when I'm forgiving myself. I feel better when I'm thinking positively. I feel better when I take the extra time to make sure that I'm being kind and I'm being who I need to be. And recently I had an opportunity where I would have been very justified to act a fool and give somebody the same nasty, low down, tired ass energy that they were giving me. And I didn't. And somebody else had the chance to give that same person the same kind of energy, like this person gave that same energy to somebody else, and they chose to kind of respond with the same kind of kindness. And I was like, oh my God, I would have did this, I would have did this. And I was like, wait, when that person tried me, I responded with kindness as well, So it really put a lot of things in perspective to me in the terms of, we often are very reaction based, even when we're thinking about other people's situations and how we would handle things. But 9 times out of 10, we choose a high road when we're there, So I feel like a lot of times we can kind of always be prepared to, to deal with the worst case scenario, like I was prepared to do whatever I need to do in this situation, but I didn't have to. And most of the times you don't have to. Like, a lot of times we can prepare and be like, oh my God, if I get left, or if this happens, this will happen and this will happen. I have to deal with this and I have to deal with this. Like, a lot of times we just think about how we're going to handle this worst case scenario. And if we were in these shoes, like the extremes that we would go and we would do this and we would do this. But the reality is, most of the time we're able to be calm in the face of a storm. Most of the time we're able to feel good about the things that we do. Most of the time we're able to be like, you know what, I'm proud I responded like that. Or you know what, let me pat myself on the back for thinking this way and keeping the faith and having this type of mindset. We always feel good about the decisions that we make, and that lets us feel better in our body. We're able to sleep a little bit better because we know we made the right choice. It might make us feel more kind, to ourselves, so we're able to put better things in our body and treat ourselves, more nicely, and make sure we're not rushing in the morning, and make sure we're not, just I don't know. I feel like we just take better care of ourselves than we think we do. I think that a lot of times we try to avoid certain situations because we're not really sure of how we're going to handle it, or we're just preparing for the we're preparing for the worst reaction that we could possibly have. But most of the times we're more prepared than we think, and we get in the situation and we handle it with grace. Like, we thought it would break us, we thought it would do this, but we get there and it doesn't. We get there and we're able to be strong. And when we see ourselves do that, it makes us be kinder to ourselves. It makes us treat ourselves with more love and respect, because we're able to see ourselves do things that maybe we felt we couldn't do. And I think that's what we're going to be doing right now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's get into our Starseed Oracle. I don't need to get into every Oracle deck. I don't have to set a name, but just match the vibe of the deck with the box. But let's get into this Oracle deck. So we have perspective. I knew we were going to pull this card. Sometimes whenever I pick up a card deck, because I have a bunch of decks and I choose whichever one I want to do for the reading. Sometimes when I pick up a deck, I can literally see a card in my head from the deck, like a message from the deck, and I always get it. And I definitely saw this card when I pulled this deck. This says perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. None of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. So a lot of the things, like we mentioned, look for a sign. If you're looking for a sign that you should stay, God is probably like, look for a sign of where I'm going to take you next. Why are you looking for a sign about this little pointless friendship, this little pointless relationship that hasn't given you anything in the last 3 years? Why are you pinching pennies? Why are you focusing on the little bitty insignificant things that don't matter when you know you're being able to step into a bigger blessing, a bigger chapter? Like, zoom out. None of this matters. Those little small details that we stress over don't even matter. Common ground, zoom out. We also have star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. And we have activated earth. Okay, activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Trust where you're led. So because we have activated earth and we have activation with this star bathing, we need to get back in touch with our discernment and our guide, our divine guidance. Trust where you are led. This card is about an activated earth, saying that imagine walking through a forest and there is an illuminated path that you can see that helps you guide through the forest, and nobody else can see it but you. That is what this talks about. Trust where you are led, power places, ley lines, activated earth. This talks about activating the path that you're going to where you can clearly see what you're supposed to be doing, what you're not supposed to be doing. Your path is designed for you. And then we have activation, star bathing. This is about getting activated so we can get back in alignment with this path. Some of us can't see our path because we're not even in touch with our divinity. We're not even in touch with our intuition, with our highest self. So the path of your highest self cannot be revealed to you unless you are that person. It is no point to show you who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to get it if you're not even in the mindset to do the work. So get in that mindset. A crystal grid is something similar to what you might see in a Reiki practice, where someone may do sound bowls over someone's body or lay crystals on their body. So some of us need to do a spiritual cleansing. You could do a spiritual bath at home. You could take a basin, a bowl, put some salt water in there, some cinnamon, some rose petals, some citrus fruit, some black pepper, some lavender, some cedar, put some different things into it. Look into different spiritual baths, create something beautiful, and give yourself a spiritual cleanse. Pray over yourself. Ask that you are protected and cleansed. Ask that any negative thought, that any negative energy that has been sent by the enemy, to poison your mind is returned back to hell, and that you're able to be filled with the Holy Spirit, and God's vision is going to come over you, and you're going to know what you're supposed to be doing and where you're supposed to be going. Okay, seriously, like feelings of doubt, insecurity, fear, lack, that is not coming from on high. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not just walking around in heaven living our best life. We are on earth. We deal with all kind of energies all day, good and bad. We come against negative energy, sadness, anger, jealousy, frustration, lack. We come against those things all the time. So it does us no good to just act like we're okay or act like we're not really facing what we're facing. Like, no, you have to make sure you're cleansing yourself and dealing with the energies that you are picking up on that don't resonate with your highest self. You have to make sure you're constantly cleansing and working on your spirit, because you're coming against everything, and you have a little bit of everything in you too. We have parts of us that might feel comfortable sad, feel comfortable insecure. You have parts of you that resonate with those things. That's why we believe them. That's why it becomes a part of our belief system that we have to work to, deal with and let go and free ourselves from. So do what you need to do. Cleanse your spirit, cleanse your energy, get rid of all stuff. And you know what? I've been thinking about doing this all day. This is a Sunday when I'm recording this. I've been cleaning all day, moving stuff around, you know, running a bunch of errands, and I've been thinking I need to get rid of old stuff. I want to throw away all the old stuff, go in my cabinets, take everything out that I'm not using and throw it out. So doing whatever you can to get rid of the old, opening up the windows, letting some new energies come into your space is going to be really, really great. If you haven't done a deep clean in a while, do a deep clean. If you haven't done a purge in a while, do a purge. This could also be a good time to fast. You might want to challenge yourself to do some intermittent fasting as we come into this week, but get back into alignment and deal with whatever you've been picking up on that's making you think things that are not in alignment to what God has told you you're supposed to be stepping into. Okay. Let's get into our Tealeaf Oracle before we get into our last two Oracle decks. Let's get into our Tealeaf Oracle, guys. So we have Dagger, fear, worry, intense situations. Fear, worry, intense situations. Okay, we have February. So Aquarius energy, Pisces energy as well. This could just be about the Pisces full moon, but we have February energy. So some of us, we might have, our birthday could be in February. We could have certain things that started in February for us. February could be a big month, or someone that is born in February, Aquarius, Pisces energy. We have Axe, forces working against you. Forces working against you. Forces working against you. We have Stork, news of a birth or new business opportunity. News of a birth or new business opportunity. We have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Heartache over what you no longer have. We have Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. And we also have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So y'all, let's get into what we're fighting, okay? Dagger, fear, worry, intense situations. Axe, forces working against us. Casket, someone going out of your life. We have heartbreak of what we no longer have. And of course, we have some news. Let's get into the loss, okay? This is how we need to process the loss. We have heartbreak about what we no longer have in Casket. So obviously it's time for us to deal with the loss of this Casket energy. Whatever has gone out of your life, whatever person you had to let go of, whatever situation had to come to an end. Some of us, our heart is still broken about it. If you had to let go of a friendship or cut somebody off and you're still asking yourself why, you're still questioning, was it me? You know, it's time to let go of that. Someone is going out of your life for the end of a situation. We're definitely holding on to a lot of heartache, a lot of sadness about it. It could even be what's attracting us to fear, worry, intense situations. Some of us, I've been trying not to talk too fast in this video. Some of us, because when I'm doing stuff like this, the messages are coming at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Some of us, and if I don't say it immediately, it leaves my brain. Literally, it's like I'm reading a teleprompter. Okay, the heartache and what we no longer have. Okay, some of us have started to develop kind of like an unhealthy, anxious attachment style because we've had to let a lot of things go or a lot of people go. So we don't even know what we should hold on to. We don't even know what's safe for us to hold on to. So that's what I mentioned. You have to get your mind back right because you've let the fear, you've let the pain of what you've experienced start to shift your mind and get you further and further away from your higher self and further away from what you know is yours, your vision, your path, your motivation, your inspiration, like that higher self energy. We've kind of lost a little bit of that because we've been in our shadow so long and it's been really hard for us to grieve what we have to let go of. So stop blaming yourself for what needed to leave your life because we have Casket. Stuff doesn't go in a casket if it's living. So if something needed to go out of your life, it needed to get out of your life, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. So stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming the other person. Don't blame anybody. You know, blame the fact that that was all you needed to do with them. It's not ever about you. It's not ever about them. It's about that you're supposed to fulfill a certain role in somebody's life and you're going to be able to fulfill that role in each other's life no matter what you want. Sometimes we come into spaces with the best intentions and we flop. We make a bad decision, we make a mistake, and we're like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Sometimes we do things and it doesn't even feel like us. It feels like, wait, I wasn't even myself and I made those decisions. We have little control over the soul contracts that we already agreed to before we get here. So people talk specifically about soul contracts and soulmates and stuff like that. And I do think that there are specific soul contracts, but I also think that everybody you come across, you have a soul contract with. Everybody, even if it's just somebody and you told them good morning and that made their day and they chose to not do something that was going to be mean to somebody and then that made that person's day and then they were able to influence somebody else. I mean, we all are connected. So I think we all serve a purpose in each other's lives, no matter what it may be. whether it's a minute or a lifetime. And when it's done, it's done. So we have to deal with the loss aspect of it, and we have to make sure that that loss doesn't overshadow what we gained from that situation, no matter what it was. If it was a history, if it was a good time, if it was a lesson, whatever it was, we got what we needed to get from that space. Also, we have acts, which says forces working against you. Acts, forces working against you. So we all have things working against us. If you want to feel bad, you're going to have reasons to feel bad. You know, if you're telling yourself this is as good as it's going to get, life is going to be like, yep, okay, great. You know, we all have reasons why we can go back and regress and, you know, stop elevating. We all have reasons why, but we have to keep pushing forward. We have to keep pushing forward, keep believing in ourselves, keep being positive, because we're going to get what we need in the end. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Strength and peace is all you need and you will be successful. Strength and peace is all you need and you will be successful. Strength and peace is all you need and you'll be able to be successful in this. And we also have a birth or a new business opportunity. There's a life that's coming from this loss. You're not in the spirit of loss for nothing. It's not happening for nothing. There's life that is coming from this loss, and it is going to be exactly what you have been waiting on. It's going to be exactly what you have been waiting on. All right, let's get into these awesome cards from our Moonology deck. You're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to achieving your goal. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible, and a new romantic cycle begins. So, guys, newness, great new things, a new romantic cycle begins. If you've had to leave your relationship or cut off people that you really, really loved, you have great new things coming in your life, and that is why you had to leave some of those things behind. This is a new moon in Libra, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. Every time we have to let something go or leave it behind, it's so we can walk into something else. These new connections are going to be balanced. It's going to be exactly what we need. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Believe in the impossible. Stop thinking about what you can't have. Believe in the impossible. Get back in alignment so you can see that vision. You know, think bigger. Don't be so focused on, you know, the small things. None of this matters. Perspective. Zoom out. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. Don't focus on the little things like, oh, I can't do this. I still have to work on. No. Believe in the impossible, and those small things will start to unfold. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibeus moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Literally, what you need to achieve your goal is going to be coming full circle. It's going to be coming full circle, so you have to step into it. So yeah, literally get into it, guys. We also have direction. These are our last three cards. Last three cards, guys. Direction. Where are you headed? Where are you headed? Direction. Imagination. Let your dreams take flight. Let your dreams take flight. And we have free spirit, be your own person. So beautiful. These are our last messages. Free spirit, be your own person. Imagination, let your dreams take flight. And direction, where are you heading? So where are you heading? Let this be a question you keep asking yourself this next week. Where are you heading? Where am I heading? Where am I heading? Where am I heading? Keep your focus on your path. And you can even ask yourself when you're doing your spiritual bath or your spiritual cleanse, like, where am I heading? Prepare me for my path. Prepare me for where I'm going. Prepare me for where I'm heading. That's a prayer that you guys can pray. Free spirit, be your own person. Be your own person. Stop trying to conform to what everybody else around you is doing. Stop trying to feel normal. Stop trying to stop feeling like you don't fit in. Sometimes the gag is just being comfortable not fitting in. Sometimes the gag is just being comfortable standing out. So do whatever you need to do. Have those conversations with yourself, but be your own person. And lastly, imagination. Let your dreams take flight. Let your dreams take flight. We have a lot of messages of there's something better, you know, dream big, you know, a new birth, a new business opportunity. Let your dreams take flight. Look for the signs, let go. We're letting things go in big, big ways, and we're stepping into new spaces. But it's going to be a new spiritual journey that allows us to really see what we're going, why we're going in that direction, and that we're prepared for that direction as well. So I think that there's a lot of great things that we're going to be letting go of, a lot of things that taught us great lessons. So whatever you're having to let go of, also make sure you're asking yourself why, you know, and how has these things been teaching you and showing you. So yes, guys, there's a lot of great things that we're being prepared to welcome into our life. I think it's going to be really amazing. A new romantic cycle is beginning. If you're already in an awesome relationship, then make sure that you both are stepping up to the plate and doing the change that you need to in your life right now. Everybody is going through change. So if you're in great relationships, guess what? They're going to be getting better because there's going to be more change, more elevation. And the more you become who you need to be, the more you're going to elevate the people around you, and there's going to be change and growth and the right kind of transformation. But yes, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys for being here as always. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you guys check down below in the description box to get your super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces reading, to see insights about your spiritual transformation, what's happening for you right now spiritually, and also how can you prepare to release and reflect as we move forward. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys for being here as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bless.